Okay, I was a teenager when I first developed an eating disorder, but I was an older teenager. I was about maybe 17 when things started to go a little bit in that direction. I was 19, 20 before they became actually serious. I ended up in hospital, and I can guarantee not everyone in there was a 14-year-old girl. Most people were a little bit older. There were some lads. It's not just a teenage disease, it's not just a girl disease either.
I started having eating disorder symptoms, things like that, before I was a teenager.
Anybody of any age can have an eating disorder, and I'm 30 now and I've struggled with anorexia on and off for about 18 years.
I really did struggle with my eating and what I would eat. I was very, very fussy. I was also quite a sickly child, so I started associating being sick with feeling better. So I had quite an unhealthy relationship with that, which kind of led into my bulimia and purging later on.
I'm in recovery now, but that is not anything to do with my age or the length of time that I've been ill for. It's because I've had intensive psychological treatment to help me get to this point. Nothing to do with the duration that I've had the illness for.
I'm now 25. I've been struggling with eating disorders for kind of the thoughts and things like that I still have, and in general for about 15 years now. I still struggle with those thoughts, and I don't think that's something that I'm going to grow out of, but you do get help and you do find different ways of coping when you're feeling stressed. So we're kind of healthier things than the stuff that I used to do.
One of the biggest challenges in my recovery from anorexia was my own stereotype of what someone with an eating disorder looked like, mainly that they were a young teenage girl. And while around a quarter of those people experiencing anorexia, bulimia and other eating disorders are men, you'd be forgiven for not realising that. See, Hollywood loves to romanticise the shy female character skipping meals, or the badass woman that exercises obsessively, but even while doing those same exact things, I could never relate because I'm a guy. Partly because of the media's lack of accurate representation, partly because of my own admittedly lacking mental health awareness at the time, and partly because of the denial inherent to anorexia, I never understood that the behaviours I exhibited were anything to be worried about until it was too late. Before I knew it, my life had become dictated by something I didn't even understand. Throughout my late teens, I was addicted, consumed and controlled by calories, and the fanatical need to see the number on the scale dropping. I lost hair, I lost the ability to fit into even the smallest size of men's clothing. I lost my entire sense of self to something I had no idea it was even possible for men to be afflicted with. And the truth is, anyone can experience an eating disorder. Any body, any brain, anyone can be affected. And regardless of a person's gender, age, or background, symptoms should always be taken seriously.